We talk about growth, right? Growth. You got to keep growing. You got to do self-development. You got to do this. But one of the key ingredients, it's so easy to forget, is connection. One of the things that really helps drive growth is connection. So who are you connected with? You talk about, you hear all the time, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So I really want you to take stock, take inventory of the people you're spending the most time with. And it might just be by default. It might be just who you end up with, right? Because that's what your daily schedule allows, or that's what happens with work or with your kids' school or a calf. I spend a lot of time with cows. But the thing about it is, if you want to grow, which I truly encourage you to do, whether you're homeschooling and you are leading your kids because you're an example, you're all learning together and you set the example every day, or whether you're leading a group of people at work, or whether you have a team with an online business, or whether you're just leading your family, or not just, but that's a big deal, right? Growing every day is important, because I truly believe if you're not, there's no status quo. You're never just staying still. You're either getting better or you're getting worse, because there's no such thing as just staying the same. So when you surround yourself with people who are of the growth mindset, pushing themselves, challenging themselves, learning, trying new things, investigating, exploring, it's very invigorating and it's inspiring, and you need that to keep going. You can have a lot of personal self-drive, and I do, and a lot of people do, but there comes a point when you just hit a wall in your brain and you're like, oh, I can't do this, or you get bogged down by the energy around you, and you need to say, okay, who am I around? Let's get in the room. Let's get on a Zoom with somebody, at least one person, who is working on themselves, who's growing, who's trying new things. An entrepreneurial life can be lonely or isolating if you let it, because there's a lot of stuff that's individual, a lot of stuff that takes personal creativity. But when you have a mastermind group, when you have a group of people, they can hold you accountable and encourage you and push you. It's not a competition. It's purely that you help each other keep your vibe high and raise it, right? You push each other to raise your vibe and challenge each other to do more, go further, because we all have it in us. It's a big eagle flying over there. We all have it in us. We just have to get it out, and it takes work. Growth can be painful sometimes. That's why we need people around us. I mean, look at your kids, look at animals, look at a plant. You sometimes have to push a little harder through a phase. That's normal. Don't give up. Keep going. But the key is, make sure you're surrounding yourself with an average of really high achieving people who hopefully have either done what you want to do or accomplished something at a level that pushes you to grow. We talk about growth, right? Growth. You got to keep growing. You got to do self-development. You got to do this. But one of the key ingredients, it's so easy to forget, is connection.